Hello, it's Green again. Yeah, long time no video. Hi! If you're not new here, you might notice that my background is different. It's because I've moved, and if we zoom out, you can see that it's still quite a mess here. But I think it's not that messy anymore, that I can actually finally film a video again and actually make something. Like, I really want to just do stuff again. I want to craft and sew and just do projects. And I really miss making videos. I really haven't filmed anything in here. I just really want to do stuff again. And what I had in mind for this video, for a nice, maybe cozy DIY project, is to try to make a very small budget stained glass window. I think I got the idea from watching someone in TikTok filming like cosplay stuff, and they had done something similar, but I just couldn't find the creator. Like, I have no idea who that was. Another one, of course, is Rachel Maxey, or Maxi. I never know how to say her name, sorry. But Rachel has done recently a video where she made this kind of winter wonderland backdrop craft, and I think that is also where I got some inspiration for this project. I also want to mention Lone Scribe Johnson on Instagram. They did like literally a stained glass window, like a real window, and it's Assassin's Creed themed. Just like my window is going to be. Hello, I'm back with Assassin's Creed Hyperfocus. Okay, without further ado, let's talk about the design and materials. So, about the design, I made this little scribble of a Gothic window. This design is going to be very classical Gothic window, like inspired by Gothic architecture, and it's because it's gonna be Assassin's Creed Unity themed and just inspired by the stained glass windows that you can find in the game and from the like Paris in that time and era. I was looking at real windows and also windows that you can find in the game, and also some like designs that people have made, and I just kind of took bits and pieces to this design. I just want to have the assassin logo on the top, and I want to make this like a rose. I think it's called rose when you have this kind of like petals around it. I have never done a craft like this before, so I don't want to make it too complicated, so I think I might make some flower designs somewhere, and I do want to have some kind of an Easter egg here, and I'm thinking of maybe I could hide an apple there, or a couple of apples, we'll see. When it comes to materials, I will be making the frames using cardboard boxes, which I fortunately have quite a lot stocked here because, well, I moved and I actually didn't get rid of any of the boxes that I have. And when it comes to the stained glass effect, I do have some silk paper that I'm going to be using. Hold on, I actually have them in here. Okay. I've got some paper. It's hair in my mouth. It's so nice to have a little bit of a, like, bangs and stuff. I don't know, what is this? But they just go everywhere. Anyway, so I cut these silk papers. There's a lot of, how can I show it? A lot of colors. You can kind of see through them, as you can see. Because you can kind of see through them, I hope that I can kind of get the effect of its glass. I will be cutting these into smaller pieces because we have so many colors. Let me just see another color here. Just glue them together so that it will kind of create this confetti look, and I just want to make them really colorful. Let's just make it rainbow. Let's just make it gay. Anyway, I think that's it for now. I need to actually make some kind of a pattern, actually know how I will be cutting the cardboard, so I'm gonna start with that. Okay, let's go. He's a big boy. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can hold both the microphone and this construction at the same time, so I might just put it aside for now. So the frame is ready. It took me a whole day to come up with the final design and cut all the pieces. It's funny now in hindsight to think that I had the audacity to think that I could finish this project in one day. So this is day 2. I haven't measured the frame yet, but I think it's gonna be big enough for sure. When it comes to backgrounds, I always kind of surprise myself how much fabric, for example, you need to actually create a decent background. I'm using fabrics while I'm filming or taking pictures of my cosplays, and they have to be wide enough and all that. So I think this is actually about the size that I was going for, but it still kind of surprises me when I'm looking at it like, oh, it's actually quite a big project. Anyway, the next step is to mix some paint and paint the frame, and while it's drying, I can actually get to the fun part and start to make the windows. Yeah, let's get painting. I'm slowly starting to see the gravity of the situation. It took me, I didn't actually look at the time, but making just these 2 pieces took me quite a while to finish. They look so cool though, especially in the camera. Does it look like glass even just a little bit, I wonder? I think it looks cool and it's like really nice to do, but it takes a lot of time. I doubt I will be able to finish this today. It's already 6 p.m. and I think I started to make this project today around 3 p.m. Anyway, I kinda just wanted to have a little chat in the middle of the video and just talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed because I want to. This is my video, I can do whatever I want. And you can skip this part if you don't care, I don't know. Please don't skip though. As I said in my Assassin's Creed Unity gameplay video, it's still just weird to me that Assassin's Creed Unity is going to be 10 years old this year. It's just, I don't know, my brain just doesn't work that way. Time, what is it? I remember, I think Unity came out just before I went to my very first convention. I think my first convention was Tampere Cosplay in 2015, I think. I remember that when I saw the trailer of Unity, I had to play that game. I mean, Assassin's Creed is well known for their beautiful cinematic trailers. They are basically really high quality animation stuff, and they have like little stories and all that. And even if you don't play the games or you're not interested in these games but you want to see something fucking pretty, just look at the trailers because they are phenomenal. In my first convention, I knew about Unity. I didn't own it yet because I didn't have a gaming device. I knew that my laptop would melt if I tried to play it with my laptop. And I remember I found my very first nerdy printed t-shirt. Like, I didn't own any fan merch yet of anything, not Assassin's Creed, not any fandom that you can think of. And I found that shirt and I was like, I know I haven't played this game, but I love it already so much. There's something about the aesthetic and just the vibes and all that. Like, I just knew that I'm gonna love that game, and I just bought the shirt and I cherished it. And I still cherish it to this day. Like, I just love that so much. It's one of my favorite shirts. Unity was my first PlayStation game as well. My first console game that I actually owned and everything. I didn't have a console growing up. So me getting a PlayStation and a game that I just completely adored before even playing it was just so amazing. I'm gonna be here next spring, still making these windows. Speaking of other games, I love Mirage so much. My only complaint about the game, like actual complaint, is that it's way too short and there is not enough side content. I am a big fan of side missions, and especially if there is some kind of a story involved, that it's not just assassinate a target and then you assassinate someone and then they're like, good, money and XP. There we go. That's a bit boring, but if you have an actual story involved, it doesn't have to be anything super fancy, but it would be nice to have a little bit of a story element in there as well. I think when it comes to side content and side missions, my favorite games are probably Unity and Odyssey. But all in all, I just love Mirage a lot. I love Basim, I love Roshan, I love them both so much. I really want to read the book about Roshan. I started recently, finally, playing Valhalla. I'm in the very beginning, so I just barely started. And it's alright as a game. I still think that it's not an Assassin's Creed necessarily, because it's not about assassins, but it's very pretty, and all in all, I'm just like, yeah, sure. Anyway, if you have played Mirage, what did you think about it? Do you like it? Is there something you don't like and why? Also, are you excited about Hexe and or Codename Red? What do you think about them? I think it looks cool. I'm trying to see like the light reflecting, or there should be maybe light behind it, so I don't really know. Ooh, that looks cool. You can't see it because I might take a little clip of this, but now that I'm holding it against a window, it looks really cool. It actually looks like a window. I think this is working. I think I maybe have big brain, but this is taking a lot of time, so I guess this is gonna be a lot of work off camera. We'll see how long this will take. Anyway, I think I'm just gonna add some footage after this and then we're gonna see the final reveal. It's finally done. Oh my god. Okay, so this took longer than I thought. Here's the math. I started this project in the beginning of April and it is now mid-July. But it only took me around 9 days to make this. Yes, I track my projects of how long it takes actually. So it is mostly due to procrastination, which I'm really good at, and also just life and other things that I just had to do or wanted to do in the middle of all, this. Anyway, here it is. And I wanted to just talk about a couple of points of what I like about it and what I really don't like about it and what I learned. All in all, I think this looks pretty cool and it definitely works pretty well as a background. My favorite part is definitely the little petals here, and they really look super cool when I'm like an assassin in the front of it. The rose is definitely the main character of all the pictures. I ended up remaking the circle window because the first one was just too dark and I just didn't like it. It was just kind of out of place. And I just thought it looked ugly, It kinda ugly. Brother, and I really like how I decided to make the symbol also multicolored and not just one solid color, because now it kind of just works with the whole piece. Also, speaking of the symbol, it bothers me so much that it is just slightly crooked. I cannot make this window straight. I can't make it straight. It's so fucking gay that even the freaking symbol cannot be straight. It's just me making any kind of project, it's just like it cannot look nice. It is what it is. Now, something that I don't like is that I absolutely hate the bigger windows. I realized quite quickly that I'm going to lose my sanity and all years of my life that I have left to live if I wanted to make the bigger windows using these small pieces. So I just cut the biggest pieces that I could, and it was a lot quicker. It was so nice to just make them in one day, but I don't think the format of let's just make different kinds of shapes in many colors and then just kind of tape them together. I think it works well if you have smaller pieces, but bigger pieces, it just looks messy and just ugly. I don't like it at all. If I could make them again, I would definitely make bigger pieces, absolutely, but I would make them the same shape and then just make it more normal. I don't know how to explain it, but actually have like a pattern and not just kind of slap them in random places. And I would also use the white paper as well to kind of balance it out. But you can't really see the bigger windows in the pictures and video. It's just mostly behind me anyway, and it just kind of gives you the vibe of this is a stained glass window. You don't really see it and you don't have to see what is going on there. You just see, shapes and colors. Something that I definitely learned was that, and I knew that this is going to be a problem of how the heck am I going to hang this up? Now it is just taped on my bookcase, and I would have done this normally. Like how I take pictures and video is that I just slap a fabric on my bookcase with tape and that's it. The problem with this is that I need to have a light source behind it, and behind that should be a fabric, because otherwise you're gonna see the books and stuff. How would I hang this so that it would be kind of floating away from the bookcase? That was my problem. So what I ended up using is my door frame, and that worked okay, although it hanged way too low. So whenever I was filming, I would have to kind of like do the little like bending my knees a lot. So I forgot to take video of this or a picture. I'm so sad that I didn't take, because it was fucking hilarious. And the window actually fell down a couple of times, which I'm surprised that it didn't break down. Also, my fabric in the back did fall down quite quickly and I couldn't pick it up. So if you can see stuff behind it, I'm sorry, I tried. I did end up getting really cool pictures in my opinion and video, I wish that I could have had a bit more softer light or something like that, because even though my ring light was the most lowest setting possible, it was just a bit too bright, so many of these beautiful colors got washed out a lot. Definitely going to use this again. Have to figure out how to actually do it better. Even though this project got really tedious really quickly because it was just so slow to do, I'm still happy that I did it. I'm really happy that I have it now. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me with this chaotic adventure. I hope this was fun to watch. Thank you so much for watching. My name is GreenCosplay and take care. Basically, I'm just creating new paper out of paper. Craft something and film a video, and I should do that again. Oh gosh, my hand is dying already. Am I muted? Am I muted? I don't think so. Jesus. Oh my god, it's a big boy. Let me actually, this is dangerous. Okay. So aesthetic cutting. Come on. Well, at least it's gonna be sturdy, but Jesus. Fuck you. I don't know if you can hear, but some doggo is going ham. Go get them. There's some like actual dog drama going on right now. Yeah. We got first battle. Nice. ASMR. You like that?